Hi, I'm Gary White for Channel 6 Central Kentucky Television, and I'm here with Pat Ford, who is the new Executive Director for the Marion County Industrial Foundation here in Lebanon. And we want to get to a chance to meet Mr. Ford. You've been here for about 3 months now.
Yes, sir.
And kind of learn a little bit about what he's going to be doing here with the Industrial Foundation. Now, you have taken over the position from Tom Lund, who has recently retired.
Yes, sir.
And was Tom the first executive director for the foundation?
No, they've had previous directors.
Okay, but he was here for a long time.
He was here a good stretch.
Yeah. And now we hope that you'll be here for a while.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little about yourself, if you will, where you came here from and your history.
Well, I was born and raised in Kansas. I was schooled at the University of Virginia, and I've had the good fortune to work in communities as small as 250 to as many as 250,000, and as small as Wardensville, West Virginia, a little town in the Eastern Panhandle, to the city of Pittsburgh. And through that evolution, I've been involved with industry recruitment in a variety of industry clusters, from energy, chemical, value-added metal, transportation, logistics, healthcare, agriculture. So a variety of different industries for which I've been involved with, and also a number of different initiatives as well, for everything from Main Street work to industry recruitment to housing to workforce development. So what really attracted me to this particular job is not only the excitement and the vibrancy in the community, and also where we are in terms of economic development. We have a very robust and healthy economy here, but also there's an opportunity to roll up my sleeves and get to work in a number of different issues, in addition to the standard industry recruitment and retention, but a lot of those other quality of life issues that really position ourselves to not only continue to retain our existing industries and grow our existing industries, but also work to grow our population and also create a more robust offering for some of the amenities that we can offer not only the people who work here and live here, but also the industries for which we want to grow here.
Fantastic. So had you been familiar with this area before, or?
Only as a tourist.
Okay.
So what was interesting is when my wife and I were looking for that opportunity for that next chapter in our life. Something, or not necessarily something, but a place that really was appealing to us was Kentucky. We had driven through here a number of times on road trips south and southwest, and also some of our road trips took us right through here to some of the distilleries, the Bourbon Trail. And so when we started looking and doing our searches, this particular position opened up. And it was interesting because I actually threw my resume out to 6 communities in 4 states. And I was fortunate enough to get return calls on all 6 of those. But what was interesting about this position in Marion County is that when I was asked to interview for this job, I wasn't asked personally to come and do the interview. I was actually encouraged to bring my spouse with me, which was interesting, and that was unique. And what I had found out is when I came here for that first interview, I really wasn't interviewed for a job. I felt like we were being interviewed to be part of a community, and that was unique. And after that first experience and interaction with the folks here in Lebanon and in Marion County, we knew that this is a place we wanted to be. Now the flip side to that is we thought, oh my God, now we really want to come here, and we still have 2 more interviews to go, and so there might be a shot that we won't get it. But the way it played out, we're sitting here, and my wife and I could not be more excited about living in this community.
Great. So what are some of your goals or hopes to be able to accomplish while you're here with us?
Well, what the challenge here is the success that we've had in Marion County and also in the foundation. The previous executive director and the board of directors have been extremely successful in collaborating with the mayor, the magistrates, the judge, the council, industry stakeholders, folks at the state level, to create an environment that's very conducive to development. And as a result, we have some 36 industries now that employ as many people that almost equate to our daytime population. And what's happened is we've been so good at our industry development and industry growth that now the challenge is making sure that we have a workforce that can feed the industry employment needs. And so what we've been doing recently, and what I see the priorities are moving into 2020 and beyond, is making sure that we have a readied workforce to fill not only the openings that we have, but the openings in these businesses and industries that we project, and also some of those new industries that might want to locate here because of our geographic location, because the quality and reliability of our workforce, and because of the amenities that we offer here and the quality of life.
So you were talking about you're hoping to have a strategic plan that you're going to be presenting in January for moving forward. And do you have any little pieces of that you might be able to share with us?
Yeah, so what's interesting is that I had the good fortune for the past 3 months of being able to work alongside Mr. Lund, the previous executive director, to work with us on this transition. And during this transition, we've been able to look at what these priorities are, look at what the needs are, the challenges. And so some things that have percolated are the workforce issues. You know, what do we need to do to accelerate the training? What we need to do to also draw more people to the skilled labor that we need in our area, and also how to draw more people to want to live here and work here as well. So that, and we can just park that under workforce. Then you also look at the industry recruitment and industry retention. Companies always need to modernize. They need to grow their footprint. We also need to make sure that we're always clear about our pitch that we're open for business. So we always need to have sites readied. So we also need to be looking at what we need to do from an infrastructure standpoint to grow our existing industrial parks, improve our transportation network, make sure that we continue to capitalize on the water resource that we have here that has been critical for us to recruit other industries. So you look at workforce development, you work at infrastructure expansion, and you look at site readiness. I mean, those 3 categories are areas that I think as a board that we're going to be focusing on over the next couple of years.
And Marion County has, in our area, has been very well tilted to this, with all the different industry, as you were saying, that is here, the number of different factories that actually are located in our area, and that we draw from a lot of different areas also. A lot of it's concentrated on the auto industry, a lot of it.
Yeah.
Do you see some diversity in that area possibly for Cal?
I do, and what's also quietly happening right underneath our noses that it's some people might not be aware of it, is that we actually already have a very diverse economy. I mean, right now we do have automotive, we have agriculture, we have the spirits, we have plastics, you know, we have chemical, we have value-added metal. So, I mean, right now, and we also have healthcare, which continues to grow. So right now we have 7 very strong industry clusters that I think will work to our benefit to help us ride out any fluctuations in the not only the local but the national but international economy. So we're very comfortable with where we are from an economic diversity standpoint. What we need to do, though, is make sure that we're working with each one of these industry clusters to keep them healthy, make sure that they have the resources that they need to stay here and grow, and also make sure that we're collaborating with our partners to make sure that we have a workforce that can sustain the success of these industries within those individual industry clusters.
As I said, I'm talking with Pat Ford, who is the new executive director for the Lebanon Marion County Industrial Foundation. Been here for 3 months, and Mr. Lund, Tom Lund, is retiring, and actually, I believe his official last day is probably tomorrow, really. Today.
Yeah.
So this will be your first, well, tomorrow I guess will be your first day.
First real day, right,
without
exactly.
anybody else. So we look forward to working with you on that. But I also want to mention, we're recording this in your office here. And so people might be noticing that behind us, there's a lot of figurines. Yes. You could tell us what's behind us here.
So I'm a big Star Wars fan. I kind of haven't grown up in that area, so I like my toys. You know, someone once told me that the only difference between men and boys are the price of their toys. And I've been able to expand my collection because it's interesting that once someone finds out that you're a collector of something unique, and for me, it's actually Darth Vader, because he's probably one of the more colorful figures in the Star Wars saga, and because he is the topic of every story. And so I've been very fortunate over the years to have my wife and my friends and colleagues kind of feed my habit with Star Wars. So you'll see a variety of different Star Wars figurines from all over the world, actually. Some of them have come from China, some are from Japan, and different locations here in the States. And so I do like it. And at the same point, along that same line of thinking, I also like to be comfortable in my workplace. So I'd like to have things surrounding me, like my toys behind me, my family, my friends, pictures. So it's like a photo album in here. And I want it to be a comfortable environment to do business. And I want this to be a place that's open and inviting for people to come and shop. And also, if they have some time and if they're interested, I'd encourage people to come in and take a look at what I think is a very well curated Darth Vader collection. I'm very proud of it.
Yeah.
So
you even have the lamp that talks.
So yes, I actually even have the clapper too. So when I clap, the lights come on and off with the sound of Darth Vader telling me that the Force is with me. So it's kind of exciting.
So before we end, I wanted to ask you then, have you seen the most recent film?
I have not seen the most recent film.
So,
although I do have to tell you, I get a little disappointed because I think it's my age. I still like the first three Star Wars movies. So I'm kind of partial, and that's probably showing my age.
Well, that's okay. But so again, this is Pat Ford, who is the executive director for the Lebanon Marion County Industrial Foundation. And welcome to the community. We look forward to working with you.
Thank you. It's great to be here, and thank you very much for sharing my story.
Absolutely. Thank you. This has been Gary White for Channel 6 Central Kentucky Television.